Hello, it's Nikki. How are you doing? I hope you're having a really good day, whatever it is that you're doing. Today, I want to talk about this madness that is currently happening, probably in your inbox, definitely on your social media, maybe in conversations with your partner or your kids or your family members. This phenomenon of Black Friday, of sales and discounts, and it's everywhere. I feel like this year it's bigger than ever. And I wanted to talk about it in terms of being a service provider, because for me, this feels like a different conversation and much more of a nuanced conversation, and one that I guess could go either way depending on your personality, your circumstances, your availability. And so today I wanted to provide you with some questions that might be useful in terms of what you might want to offer. And then I'll tell you what I'm offering as well, just to give a bit of context and kind of a case study version, I guess. So the first question I want to ask you is, how does you right now or over the next couple of days offering a discount or a bonus or some kind of extraordinary surprise, whatever it might be, how does that affect your current client base? And the reason that I start there is because those are the people who have already trusted in you, invested in you, and handed over their money. And I think integrity and working with people in an ethical, transparent way, first and foremost, is the most important thing. The reason that I say this and my perspective on this is that over the last decade, since I've been coaching, I've worked with many of the same people time and time again in a brilliant, exciting, in a different way. And this has been wonderful because I've had that opportunity to be somebody's coach and meet them at different places in their business and provide different opportunities or different formats or different support depending on where they're at. And I always have this theory, because I know that in terms of marketing, word of mouth and integrity and reputation are so powerful. I always come back to my current client base and I really think about their needs and how they would feel, and to make sure that first and foremost, I'm serving them, those people first. Because we've all been on the end of purchasing something, and maybe it's been something that has stretched us or that we've really given some thought to, or perhaps we've done it because we felt that pressure. And I know that I've done it sometimes with online courses. I will see that cart closing in 6 hours, cart closing in 4 hours. And I'm going back and forth in my head going, do I do it? I don't know what to do. And they might just have a pay in full option. And so when I'm thinking about my cash flow and whether I can justify that payment, is it going to work? Am I going to lose out elsewhere, etc.? I always go back to this sense of, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But what I want to say, sorry, my messages were coming through at the same time about children. So that's why my head went somewhere else, just being transparent there. So I get to that point where the cart is about to close. I hand over the money, I pay in full. And then what happens the next day? The person who is running the course might say there's a payment plan. And I think, I might have done the payment plan. Oh, actually, the payment plan might have made more sense. Oh, I wish I'd known about that. And somehow, before you've even started the course, there is that feeling of feeling a bit ick, like, I wish they'd said that up front, or, now I feel a bit different about things. So that's why I'm saying it. Go back to your current client base first. Make sure that you are serving them and providing excellence and really taking care of them as well. Also, if you have something coming up, make sure that you tell them about it. Make sure that you say, actually, if you were thinking about doing, X, Y, and Z, we have something coming up, and I just wanted to let you know. So you found out from me first, and then you can inform their purchasing decision. And they may say, actually, I'm good now. I don't need anything else. Absolutely fine. But you know that you've done everything that you can, and everything feels really good. Secondly, Oh, before I move on, actually, and another thing on that client is your next client might be a past client or a past client's pal. And I love thinking about that because it really grounds me, and it really is. I've seen it. I've seen the evidence again and again in my own business that the word of mouth is so powerful. So always make sure that you are acting in a really credible place. The second thing that I want to say is, does it make sense to you as the business owner? And what I mean by this is, I think sometimes when we see discounts or sales or whatever, they seem a bit frantic, and they can sometimes feel like somebody's just making up prices and go, well, if you buy today, like, you get this, and you're going to have a pet hippopotamus at the end of it, and it's going to be fantastic, and let's just do all of that. Make sure that it makes sense to you, because ultimately you're going to be the one that's selling it. You're going to be in business after this Black Friday stuff. So you really have to think about, does this make me feel good? Does this make me feel like I'm speaking sense? And am I having that connection? Or does it just feel random and chaotic? Secondly, that's a really good point. Number 3, are you going to be able to provide excellence? So there can sometimes be this moment of saying, right, I'm going to offer a half-day strategy session to everybody who does X, Y, and Z. Well, what happens if 100 people buy that? Can you deliver it? Or are you going to be essentially giving those hours away for free for the rest of time, or doing 100 half days for free? And that's really important. And you might just say, oh, I'll never get 100 people. It will be fine. But are you protecting yourself in your terms and conditions? That is really important. The next thing I want to say is it providing value? Is it something that somebody actually wants? Because price is not always the currency we have to think about. Yes, there will be some people, and I love a bargain. I love a discount. I love my, Sainsbury's Nectar card points. I love it when I'm like, oh, I've got some extra points today because I bought a cauliflower. But money is not always the main currency here. And what I mean by this is, you can give somebody all of these bonuses and extras and things that you want to layer on top. But that person on the end of the phone or the conversation, the client, might be saying, I just haven't got time. I just want the result now. I just want to be able to do that in an hour. So therefore, the fact that they've got all these bonus calls and they've got to turn up here on this Thursday night and do X, Y, and Z, it's no use to them, and it's of no value to them. So this is what I wanted to share in terms of my own case studies. I know that people who have done my Speak Up course really get great results. I know that. I know the content is really solid. I've been running it for 2 years. I've had so many people go through it, and the feedback has always been amazing. However, I know that I don't want people just to experience the content. I know that I don't want them just to go, oh, that was a good course. Anyway, I want them to go, that was a good course, and I'm going to do something with this information. I'm going to do something with it right now. I'm ready to go. But then what might happen? They might get a bit of a wave of, oh, I'm a bit scared though. What if I don't do it right? Oh, I'll do it next week. And I know if I'm truly going to get the result for somebody and support somebody with that result, I know the value of holding somebody's hand through that process. So usually my Speak Up course, you get access to the whole online course, and that is lifetime access, and you can chop and change and come back to it whenever you like. You also usually, and this will continue, get a 45-minute call with me. But I was thinking in terms of a bonus, because I didn't want to do a discount on that, because the price, again, makes complete sense to me. I thought, what would it be like to give for free a week of email support after that 45-minute session? How would it change somebody? So somebody might leave the 45-minute session and go, oh my goodness, I know what to do. I've got so much to do. I don't know what to do next. But knowing that I will be checking in the next day, like, so how did you find yesterday? What do you want to work on first? Can you send me this? Let me have a read of this. Let me support you. Let me guide you for the next week. I know that somebody, if they work and if they commit to it, after 7 days, they've got all the stuff that they need to do. So they've completed the course, they've had the one-on-one, and then they actually do the things. I also know that I'm going to be running these monthly meetings as well. And I thought, how about I give somebody access to a 6-month pass, essentially, of monthly meetings. So they know that for the next 6 months, they've got a safe space where they can come, they can get live coaching, but also they can put their hand up and going, I haven't really told anybody this, but I'm actually going to do this thing, or I need to ask your advice on something, or can I share my screen and let you know what I'm thinking? So I knew that those things were going to be really valuable. The second thing that I wanted to offer, and all of these offers are on nikkiraby.com/offers. So you can check them out, you can access it, you can book all your stuff, no problem at all. You'll find all the links down below. The second thing I knew that I wanted to do was an online course, but with a really chunky discount. And I've added a 40% discount because I turned 40 this month and I just thought, why not? Let's do it. The reason that I wanted to do this is I know from many of my clients or many conversations that I have on here, prioritizing yourself and your business where you go, right, this is what I need to do. This is what I'm thinking about, the strategy, all of that. Who am I? What's going on in my life? That will be pushed to the side quite often because many of us are juggling all the things and supporting someone or something or being everybody's everything. And so I knew that in terms of this, actually a chunky 40% discount might make people go, okay, I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to see if I can have a go. And that kind of energy, that is my jam so much, where people go, I'm just going to see, right, I'm going to do that. So instead of £200 for that course, you get it for 120. So all of these offers until, and there's just two actually, until the end of November. And I know when I was thinking about this that I can actually deliver those and I can make it work financially and also time-wise, and that I know that it's going to make sense. So in terms of that Speak Up, just in terms of giving another example of that, I know that some people are waiting for that moment where they go, I need that one-on-one support. I need somebody to actually hold my hand. And I've also tried and tested this. So when I did my Jam and Plan lives and I started them in 2020 and have run them throughout 2021, I know that 1 week of email support is life-changing because people actually do the things that they write in their notebook. How many times have you been to an event or you've scribbled something down and it's just stayed in the notebook, and then the notebook gets shoved in the drawer and you never think about it again? So that's what I'm offering. I would love you to take these questions and really think about it and make sure that you feel very solid and secure in your decision making and know why you're doing what you are doing. That is so, so important. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go and put some pizza in the oven. That's what we're having for our dinner tonight. I'm sending lots of love. Do check out all of those things, or those two things rather, nikkiraby.com/offers. And you can find it in the top navigation bar as well. And if you join Speak Up, my goodness me, I cannot wait to support you in booking speaking gigs in the forevermore. I was going to say in 2022, but I know that this will help you build that career, build that extra income stream, and for me that is so, so exciting. There's full payment plans also as well, so if you need to spread it over a couple of months, absolutely do that as well. Just do it before the end of November if you want to get those bonuses. All right, I'm leaving it there. Pizza is calling. Have a lovely evening. Lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.